Hello, welcome to our channel Contemporary Literary Review India. In today's video, I am in discussion with Dr. Jernail Singh Anand. He hails from Longowal, Punjab. He has served as Professor of English for 35 years and retired as a principal of a degree college. After that, he became director of a degree college and now he is a Professor Emeritus at the European Institute of the Roma Studies and Research, Belgrade. Apart from this, he is the chairman of Azad Foundation, World Literature India, chairman of the board of directors, World Institute of Peace, Nigeria. He was also Secretary General of World Union of Poets, Italy. At present, he is Senior Vice President, International Forum for Existential Spirituality as well. Before I move ahead, please subscribe to our channel. Hello, Dr. Jernail Singh. Good morning to our show.
Thank you so much.
How are you?
I am fine.
Okay. Good news came up from your side, so I wanted to have a discussion with you for our audience. So I believe that you have a very good journey and you received some awards, something like that, right?
Of course. So
Okay.
may I
Okay.
share it with the audience?
Okay. You have written a good number of books till date, right? So how many books are there in number, if I ask?
It is more than 155. It is going to be 160 by 1 or 2 months. They are
Okay.
process.
Okay, that means you write only, okay, all day long.
Yeah.
So which books you think that you very important, particularly for the readers?
Okay. Uh, there are 2 or 3 books
Mm-hmm.
which are very important.
Mm-hmm.
One is the latest one, and it is Lustus, right?
Oh, great.
Lustus is an epic and modern epic, and it has been welcomed by most of the intelligentsia from India and abroad. And this book, because of its merit, it has been, put in the syllabus of a North Indian university also for PG classes.
Oh, great. That is
So this is
actually
one thing.
that is actually big achievement, particularly because if you are a current author or contemporary author and your book is included in any syllabus of a university, right?
Uh, actually, there is so much because this is a commentary on the modern times. And because it is a satire, I was compared with Daniel Defoe by an international scholar, Dr. Maya Herman Sefilek.
Oh, great.
And this is the book which actually brought me to the limelight and in the international literary stage also.
Okay, okay,
So, if you wish, I can share some idea about
okay.
this book.
Yes, yes, please, please.
Uh, actually, Lustus is a monster. Lustus is a monster who represents lusts, all type of lusts, and it represents our modern times. It is modeled on the basis of Satan. You know what was Satan to Paradise Lost? Lustus is to our corporate world. The idea behind the creation of Lustus as a great monster or prince of darkness is that Satan was too gentle a creature. He was afraid of God, and if he tried to tempt Eve, he went on the sly, right? So he was not. There was arrogance, but
Hmm.
the arrogance that we see now in our society among the evil people, that was missing. And our modern world needed a monster who has no shame and who is arrogant, who is proud, and who can, make the people follow him with his glib talk. He talks in the language of the people. If they are religious, he talks religion. If they are, any other philosophy, he talks. The thing is, he wants to tempt them. The idea of temptation is always there. Now, this man is a corporate. Lustus is a corporate of evil who represents our present day contemporary times in its definite details.
Mm.
And the idea
Mm.
is the same. He wants to corrupt man. And how he wants to corrupt, that is very interesting. Now, he believes that Adam and Eve, they were created out of the idea of love. They should love each other. If we are able to disrupt this flow between the two, Lustus believes that he can just have his hold on the entire world, right? Basic idea in very clear or simple terms is that he knows that if a man is sexually disturbed,
Mm.
if he is not happy in his sexual life, right, he will never be at peace.
Okay.
Now, he compares animals. He himself, in one of speeches, says, "You see how these animals, birds, they are happy.
Mm.
The best thing is that there is no deprivation in their lives. Whatever happiness they want, they get it. But in our case, we have introduced the idea of marriage, but even then people are starved. You see, rapes are going on. Why they are going on? Because man is not satisfied. So this is because there is fastest once again, and there is a contract with fastest once again in this book. And Lustus says, "You will not love."
Okay.
In previous Marlowe's book,
Mm.
Faustus was asked not to take the name of Christ, right?
Okay.
And
Okay.
he will have
Yes.
all the joy.
Yes.
But
Yes.
here he said, you take the name of Christ, you go to any religion, go to the
Okay. Okay.
shrines, doesn't matter. But you will not love. Because if love is disrupted, he knows, no, he says, you will marry. You will not love, but you will marry. And this is what is happening in our lives. We
Mm.
people marry on the basis of matrimonials, right? We do not love, we marry. So in that marriage, what you see what is happening? 99% people, or rather I would say, out of 100, 101% marriage proposals, marriage families are on the rocks. So
Okay.
this is what Justice wanted. So this was one way he wanted to create hell in this world.
This is quite interesting a topic actually. So the thing is, if you say that marriage is an institution which does not meet the real desire or satisfaction, so what should be the solution?
Solution is the actually marriage was came into being out of a lot of the study by the people. They
Hmm.
thought marriage is a good thing. Let the people come together, have their sexual desire satisfied, and they can work well
Hmm.
in society. They will think of society only after that if they are satisfied.
Okay.
Now, Justice wants to disturb that, and the thing is that we are having marriages which are not compatible.
Okay.
Okay, now you ask me how it is possible.
Hmm. Yeah.
So my idea, I have written a novel also. There are two, one non-fiction book and one novel on this very idea, trying to explore alternatives, right? So I think that marriage as an institution has lost its validity. Marriage was introduced because woman was dependent on man and she wanted security. And then it was made sacrosanct also with fire and fairas and all that, so that man does not run away from his responsibility, right? So
Okay.
now, when woman has become independent,
Hmm.
right, those concepts that a woman is after a man and whatever he does, she is her, all these things have become, you know,
Hmm.
they violate your conscience when you say
Hmm.
these things.
Okay.
So I think that marriage as such, as it is being practiced today, it has become irrelevant.
Okay.
No doubt we are after this big marriages, this and that. But you see, within 6 months they part
Hmm.
their ways. Now, where
Hmm.
is the? I simply ask, if you are to part your ways after 6 months, why you go after for this so much fanfare and all that? It should
So
be a
what?
legal process only. It
Okay.
should
So
be a
what?
legal.
What should be the solution? And what is
This
the
is what I'm
alternative
telling
way?
you. This should be a legal process. Nothing religious about it, and that should be a, I mean, 2 years, 3 years contract.
Okay.
If they
So
want to, if they want to revive it, let them. If they don't want to revive it, break it. There should not be haggling, going to courts, running after courts, and divorce. All that. This is nonsense, I think.
in that case, the issue is like suppose a couple marries. Okay. Now the issue is like after 10 years or 20 years, obviously women will be older, right? So
Hmm.
if they part ways, then the issue will be like who will marry or how she would carry her life on her own.
The thing is that even now there are very big issues here because the woman has lost her space. She is trying to gain her space in a family. Suppose there is a father, there are brothers. What space she has? If she wants to study, they say no, you cannot study this. If you want to marry, they say no, you cannot marry.
Hmm.
Here, so she already has no. It is actually a fight for space. If we can call space is property, then this is a fight for property. And what you are saying, when a woman grows older, she knows it very well that she must yield some space to the man. And the man also must yield some space to the woman so that they live together, right? But the thing is that today, as the things are coming up, nobody is ready to give his space. This is the point. That is why then if they are not to give space, no, just see uh, the girls, we teach them everything, but we don't teach them how to set up a home, how to live in a family. This we don't teach them, right? We teach them do your job. The job they are doing, where is family, right? So I personally, Alam Saab, personally, I believe that family is a very good institution which we had invented. Society has, it was out of social wisdom that they created it. Okay.
Hmm.
But the problem is that social pressures, we need to actually put a dam on them, control them.
Hmm.
Social pressures. We need to give, some sort of, we can say, relief. Look, it should not be very tight. And basic thing is happiness, if I tell you, right? When two persons come together, if they can create happiness, well and good. If they cannot create happiness, which is
Hmm.
happening in 99% of the cases, where is the, you know, logic to stay together? We
Hmm.
force them to stay, right? So here I don't agree with this.
Hmm.
I wish that family should be there, but it should be, rationalized.
Hmm.
It should be, there should not be any religious this and that. It should be a legal affair. Live together so long as you can. That's all.
Hmm.
If you
That-
cannot live
hmm.
together, why live together?
Hmm. True.
It's very
True.
simple.
Because if anyone is forced to live in a relationship, whether
This
either man or woman does not want, so obviously there will be like suicide or something like the murder, even something coming up, right?
this is what actually forced me to think that if two people do not agree, now
Hmm.
they start thinking of getting rid of each other.
Hmm.
And how they get rid of each other, what you are saying, killing, beating, and all that. So
Hmm.
I believe that these we should avoid these things in society. If kids don't want to, if young couples don't want to live together, they should be honorably separated. Actually, the basic premise of a marriage should be love, understanding, affection, right? These things we do not consider at all. When we
Right.
start finding a match, we go to the matrimonial. People whom we do not at all know. I think this is a bane of the marriage system. We are trying to marry people whom we don't know, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
Then what we consider is, as you said, the girl's father is a IS officer,
Hmm.
girl's mother is a PCS officer, and girl's uncle is living in Canada.
Hmm.
Girl is PhD.
Hmm.
Girl is getting so much per
Hmm.
month.
Hmm.
Wonderful.
Hmm.
Get it. Now, what happens? We bring the girl and the boy together for 5 minutes, and they just have a look at each other. They do not at all understand anything, and we say, "Oh, very good, very good, very good." We think that money can bring happiness. No.
Hmm.
So, marriage should be among only those people who have been loving each other for 4 or 5 years. If
But
they look at this book, this is Ultronic Age. Okay, this is the third book of my trilogy. This is Mahakal trilogy. Last this is the first book, right? And this is the Netherworld, how the devil goes about doing his work in, right? He has opened a Lustus University, correct? And this is the third one, the Ultronic Age.
okay.
This answers your questions.
Okay. Okay.
Here we have Lustus has been defeated in these two books by
Okay.
the gods, and he has been sent on 1,000 years of exile. After that, gods think that in every epoch, every age, we give it over to the men.
Hmm.
In every age, there is a huge, Mahabharat type
Hmm.
ladai.
Hmm.
There's Ramayana. So why not give the next time,
Hmm.
next age,
Hmm.
which is Satyuga, they say
Hmm.
to women. Now they give this to Queen Altronia, right? This book is what Queen Altronia does. And here is your answer. She says in her, dispensation, there is no need for marriage.
Okay.
There are people will love
Hmm.
for 4 5 years, and after that, if they wish, they can marry. Otherwise, there is no need for marriage,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
And once they start loving, it will be registered with the government.
Okay.
Nobody can harm them,
Okay.
right? So we have to create conditions in which ideal conditions are possible.
Hmm.
That is the idea, sir.
Hmm.
We are living in a second-rate world, third-rate ideas, and we don't let ideas and ideals come near us. That is the
Okay.
one thing.
Okay. So I would say one thing that your view is very ultra in nature, right? Particularly from if seen from traditional point of view.
Yeah, it is an idealist and idealist view, a moralist view, because we are fed up with what is going on. We are fed
Hmm.
up. So
Okay.
we want that some change should be there, and for that we need to create conditions. But you are saying, I agree with that. That I often think, even in I tell you, we are seeing Punjabi films. Okay,
Hmm. Hmm.
what is happening in Punjabi films?
Hmm.
Uh, there is a boy, there is a girl.
Hmm.
He is going to Canada. He is going to marry. There are
Hmm.
many problems, and
Hmm.
ultimately they marry.
Hmm.
So I think that is this the only problem that is left for the youth to marry? They don't have anything else to do. There are studies,
Hmm.
and there are so many other things in the
Hmm.
world to be done, and films put a narrative in which
Hmm.
people are simply after love. They are not after love. They are finding, good brides for Canada. This is all the
Hmm.
system. Our traditional system has been inverted on its head.
Hmm.
So So if these things are going on, what will I always believe that all the intellectuals should put their heads together and
Mm,
find out an alternative to marriage,
mm.
which is, on the rocks everywhere.
So you have written almost every kind of genre, like poetry, fiction, stories, novel, and non-fiction as well. So how do you consider them first? Like, are you a poet first? Are you a writer first? Are you an artist first?
I am basically a poet.
Okay.
So because my thought perception is poetic,
Okay.
and all other things are also, a part of philosophy. I have written so many books, which have some books have been, translated into Persian. In Iran, I have good friends who love my work. You can
Hmm.
see this book. It was translated by Nargis Mohammadi, right?
Oh,
It is
great.
in Persian,
Hmm.
and she translated another book of
Hmm.
mine.
Oh,
This book that she translated was Bliss. Bliss
okay.
is a blockbuster, I tell you.
Okay. Okay.
And this book also, I Belong to You. This was also translated. Then my novel, the Broken Narrative. This was also translated into Persian. And the matter of joy and happiness is that Lustus has been translated into Persian.
Oh, great.
This book has also been translated into Bengali.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
This is by
Nice.
a teacher, Dr. Tamali Nyogi. She has done this in Bengali. And
Okay.
Dr. Farsi, Rohaya Farsi, she is my literary biographer,
Okay.
actually.
Okay.
So she has done it in Farsi also. And I would like to share with your audience, sir.
Hmm. So just
This is a
bring it up. Right. Yes. Yes. Now it's
so
nice.
this is a book, you see, a
Hmm.
comparative study of the poetry of J.S. Anand, Sohrab Sapari, and Farooq
Hmm.
Azad.
Okay. Okay.
These two poets are Iranian poets.
Okay. Okay.
And this was a research project in the Department of English in Neshawar University, Iran. It
Oh.
was taken up by Dr. Rohaya Farsi. She is my literary biographer, I told you.
Hmm.
And when it comes to literary biographer, I may like to add something here. You can see this book. It is in Punjabi, but
Hmm.
the title can be read in English also. The Semantic Universe of Dr.
Hmm.
J.S. Anand. Right? This book is on my entire work, literary, critical, and all that, which was done by one of the great Punjabi authors. He's
Okay.
a
Okay.
Punjabi critic, Professor Brahm Jagdish,
Okay. Okay.
and he's a top critic and he knows English theory. And he has done all this. Now, all this is being translated into English by Dr. Farsi.
Oh, great.
I sent you its title if you can show it.
Hmm.
The book is under print.
Hmm.
I can show this title here
Okay.
if it is
Okay.
possible to see,
Okay.
right? The literary voyage of contemporary world stalwart of contemporary world poetry and philosophy, poet of poets,
Okay.
Jernail Singh Anand. Why I call poet of poets is one of our friends. He is Dr. Kulbhushan Razdan. He is chairman of the English department, very senior poet. He wrote a full poem on me, and he calls me poet's poet. That's why this word is there. And uh, I would also like to share with your audience some of the epics. This is the master.
Okay.
It is the return of the prophet. It has something to do with the Khalil Gibran's The Prophet, right? And this book is the Canterbury Tales. It follows the pattern of Canterbury Tales by
Okay.
Chaucer. Right?
Okay. Great.
There are pilgrims. They are going to a literary meet. They meet each other on airports and tell stories. Right? Same formula. Then this is the metaphor is dead. Um, this is again an epic about COVID. It is an epic about COVID.
Okay.
Then here is Mahabharat, The War of Words.
Hmm.
This book was also liked by the people. The very idea in which I wanted to uh, uh, ask Lord Krishna, he thought that after killing all the Kauravas and establishing the Pandavas, there will be the Raj of Dharma, right? So my question in this book is to him to come and see how much Dharma he can see in this world, right?
Okay, okay.
So this is the book, The Satanic Empire. Um, it follows Dante's Divine Comedy, right? This was Geet, and it was Milton's Paradise Lost was reworked, the myth and all that. And now I would like to take this opportunity to share
Hmm.
the award with the audience.
Oh, great. Nice.
I would like to tell you something about it because this is very important for me. Um, this is the certificates which I have received,
Hmm. That's nice.
and another certificate is this.
Hmm.
So,
Wow, wow. Great.
one more thing, the object of love, which can be worn also. Love can be worn.
Yes, yes, yes. True.
So, thing is, Mr. Dr. Alam Sahab, I want to tell the audience that I was invited as a guest at the 60th Belgrade International Writers Meeting.
Hmm.
It was held in October, and I came to know that they are to honor me with some sort of honor. I was not informed previously. So when I came to know it was an international award in creativity.
Okay,
The name was the Charter of Morava.
okay.
Morava is a river like Ganga. So Charter of Morava is the name of the. It was the highest award of Serbian Writers Association, who made me my their honorary member. One important thing here I want to add that they had invited Shri Rabindranath Tagore in 1926
Oh,
after he got Nobel,
okay, okay.
right? So he got Nobel in 1913, I think, and he was a guest there. After that, during these 100 years, nobody from India visited that place, right? So, moreover, there is a Poet's Rock. I have
Hmm.
sent you a photograph also. You can see there is a Poet's
Okay,
Rock in the heart of Serbia, on which there are names of international great writers.
okay.
And I think I can legitimately feel proud
Oh, right, right. Actually,
that
excellent. This is
my
a very big
name has
achievement.
been there. So they have put my name there. This is something which makes it a place of pilgrimage for any writer from India who goes to Belgrade in future, right? So these are the recent achievements which I wanted to share with you and through you with the literary world.
Hmm.
And for this, I am thankful to the Serbian Association of Writers, Dr. Jordana Vlajic, and in particular to my friend, Dr. Maya Herman Sekulic, um, who visited India, our place twice. And she was very kind to convey to them the quantum of my work.
Oh,
So, uh, naturally, uh, I feel grateful to the Serbian Association as well as to God,
yes, yes.
because
True, true.
ultimately it is His grace
Hmm.
that I
True.
have been able to write so much. I would like to share with you
Hmm.
a poem
Hmm.
uh, about artists because Um, when we are writing, we turn philosophers. We don't write about what is the flowers, birds, all that. We have to say something. What is going behind them, behind the actions. So today morning, I was just sitting, and this poem came up. The artist. Nothing bothers a sculptor. Nothing bothers a sculptor more than the face of an image, in which he has to bring the universe down and make it say things which that image whispered to him in their isolation.
Nice.
Face is a very difficult thing.
Hmm.
God too makes images,
Oh, right.
but he has the advantage. God has the advantage of using live matter, living matter, which evolves when once placed into the womb of life, while the artist deals with dead matter, stone. Though he breathes it into, though he breathes into it some of the life of his own. God's work is easier. Now I'm making some original statements. God's work is easier because the mass, the matter that he uses in shaping live images is made of reflexes and racial memories, which determine the actions and the destiny of his creation. And it is open ended. Once he creates a man, he can do anything. He
Mm.
cannot make a click, we do this and do that. No. But the sculptor or the artist is specially advantaged. Specially advantaged is a word used for handicapped people, right? But the sculptor or the artist is specially advantaged, and therefore he has to exert more on the images he creates from inert matter. But it is strange. What God makes is mortal, whereas the creations of this mortal man artist supersede time and turn immortal. What God makes is mortal, whereas the creations of this mortal man supersede time and turn immortal. Not only this, God, like a doting father, has scant control, less control on his created figures. They are often seen defying him, but the artist is better placed. An image has no mind of its own. It cannot defy his vision, and it remains loyal and obedient till time wears it off.
Mm.
Men are imperfect images of the perfect one. Men are imperfect images of the perfect one. Was it by design, or they disturbed themselves,
Okay.
depending on their karma
Yes.
and ultimate fate,
Okay.
which is a casualty with the human creator who imparts his images a
Mm.
life longer than his own and a perfect one too.
Mm.
He gives a life to the images which is longer and perfect also.
Okay.
They don't deviate. So this was one of the poem which reflects on the nature of art
Mm.
vis-a-vis what the creations of God,
Mm.
and it also says something about things which are human and things which are non-human.
Mm.
So
Thank you for watching us. Don't forget to subscribe to us to watch more videos on books and authors.